So next one, theories of evolution. A certain theories, they are explaining how the evolution process is occurs and what is the possibility of the evolution and what it is happening in the evolutionary changes. So in that, among those number of theories, some important theories are, first one is the Lamarckism. First one is a Lamarckism. So the name itself is explaining that it is proposed by the Lamarcks, the scientist Lamarcks. According to the Lamarckism, that means what he is explaining that the Lamarckism means the organisms are the new species they are generated, or the new characters they are developed. So with the help of evolution only. Because of the evolutionary changes only, the new species are generated. How it is means, so the basic concept of the Lamarckism is organisms. So whatever they are living in one environment, whatever they are living in environment, an environment they are living. For suppose that environment is forming the changes, the environmental changes is occurred. So that time, because of the changes in environment, changes in environment, we are taking means, so these changes are causing the some modification in the organisms we are taking. How it is means, what Lamarck is explaining means, so because of the changes in the surroundings of the organism, so some of the organs of organism, some of the organs of the organism to survival into the particular changes of the environment. So the organs, some organisms they are using the organs into the, they may be more used organs and less used organ. There are the two types of the organs they are forming. That means some organs they are using the more than into the normally we are taking means, and some organs they are using the very less compared to the normally they function. So like this, the organs are, they are using the, sometimes the more they are using, some organs using the more and some organs using into the very less here. So whatever the organs they are using the more, they are developed well. These are developed well, and whatever the organs they are using the less, they are going to degraded. They are using, so those who are not using into the properly, or they are using the very less. So in the keep on the number of generation, or the day by day, what it is happened. So number of generations, these organs are not using into the this particular species or organism. So those are going to degrading here. Those are going to degrading. Examples we are taking means, for example, the organs whatever they are using the more, they are getting developing into the a number of generation these species. Example we are taking the giraffes. The forelimbs of the giraffes. So initially the giraffe is also normally in the height and their neck size is also normally like there is a goats and the sheep, like there is a herbivorous animals. But in the evolution to getting the food material from the higher plants, so they are always trying the higher plant trees material, so that their forelimbs and their neck is becomes elongated here. They are developed as a new species. So those who are using the more means neck and the forelimbs they are using, so that only those organs are well developed here. He is taking to that example for the more used organs how they are developed. For example, less used organs they are degrading. For this they are giving the example of the snakes. We are taking means they are not using the limbs. They are not using the limbs. So that only the snakes the limbs are reduced or degraded. Okay, reduced. So these two examples are explained the Lamarck's by the taking of the support of the his theory. So what is the Lamarck's theory is explaining the organisms wherever they are surviving. So those surviving environment. So because of the changes of the environment, some of the organs they are using the more, some of the organs they are using the less. More used organs are developing well, less used organs are degrading into the number of generations. This is regarding to the Lamarck's theory. But there is a certain objections are there to the Lamarckism or the Lamarck's theory. So that only this theory is failed or it is not obeying now. So Augustus Leibniz, there is another scientist, he is majorly objected into the Lamarck's theory. So what are the objections of the Lamarck's theory means? He taken to the some examples. So regarding to the Lamarck's theory, we are taking, for example, in the India, from the millions or from the many number of generations or the number of years, so they are varying into the stress, they are varying into the females, but a newly born female, so a newly born female with already existed pores, the new individuals they are not forming into the Indians. Why? Means they are mostly using into the stress by the poration, but the newborn babies with the pore they are not developing, they are not producing by the females. So this is the one example. This is the one objection. That means the mostly used organs are well developing. They are inherited into the next further generation. But here the Indians females they are varying into the stats, but the newborn babies are with their poration they are not developing. That is the one objection. And other one is the athletes. So runners we are taking means they are having a well muscle strength. Well muscle strength they are having into the athletes we are taking, but their next generation, their babies we are taking, so they are not, these well developed muscles are not inherited into their next generation. So based on this, whatever it is the organs we are using the more, these are not inherited. These characters are not inherited. So these are all into the somatic changes only. The somatic changes are not inherited into the next generation. Whenever into the gametic generation, gametic changes are occurs. Germ cells changes are occurs. That time only those only inherit into the next generation. So this is the major objections of the Lamarck's theory. Okay, so this is regarding to the Lamarckism. We are the first theory of the theories of evolution. We are taking Neo-Lamarckism here. So what is the Neo-Lamarckism? Who explained this Neo-Lamarckism means to supporting the further studies of the Lamarck's theory. The Lamarck's theory already failed here. So the followers of the Lamarck's, so we are taking means so Spencer, Cope. So these are the followers of the Lamarck's. To most acceptable way, they are explained again into the Lamarck's theory only. What they are argued into the Neo-Lamarckism means here these are explained. This theory is explaining that environmental changes are universal. So these environmental changes are universal here. So these changes are occurs into the anyway. Whenever the changes are occurs, according to that changes, To adapt those changes, the organisms are developed. Organisms develop new characters. That means they are adapted for that particular changes of the environment. So up to here is the landmarks is also explained. But what they are explaining to the neo-landmarkism means whatever it is the changes are occurs. That means the environmental changes are occurs. They are influencing into the somatic cells. Somatic cells and their secretions we are taking means. That means the changes are occurs into the somatic cells because of the environmental changes, environmental variations. So the somatic cells and their secretions also they are varies here. They are producing into the some new secretions are started. So these secretions along with the blood, the secretions whatever they are secreting the somatic cells through the blood, they are transferred to the gametic cells. So they are transferred to the gametic cells here. So these secretions are changing. These secretions are forming the change or the variations into the gametic cells. Through these gametic cells, the new characters are arising. The new characters are forming in the individual. So the overall what it is, environmental changes are making into the somatic cell changes. The somatic cell secretions are making into the gametic cell and their functions are altered here. So because of this alteration, the new characters are arising. That means the Lamarck's whatever he is explaining that is correct only. So to supporting into the Lamarck's theory, so these scientists are explaining the same theory as a most acceptable way. So these are the postulates of the neo-Lamarckism. But in this theory is also not explaining the all the concept those which are explaining into the theory of evolution we are taking. So that only this theory also it is failing. Later on, the number of studies into the further years into the evolutionary and evolutionary aspects we are taking. Some other theories also they are explaining that. In that, most acceptable one is Darwinism. Darwinism. So what is the Darwinism? Who is the Darwin? Charles Darwin. We are taking. He's also was a father of evolution. We are taking means father of evolution. Why it is means he traveled the 5 years of the duration. He's traveled in a British ship the 5 years of the duration, and he is observed into the number of geographical regions, islands he is observed, that is HMS Bengal. So the ship name we are taking means. So in this HMS Bengal, he is traveled for the 5 years of the duration, and he has observed the flora and the fauna of the different geographical regions. So flora and the fauna of different geographical regions. So we are taking this. What he is explained that Darwin means. He is influenced by the number of scientists, and overall he is explained that the organisms or the species are generating. Okay, he is also published the one book, Origin of Species. So with the title, The Origin of the Species. That means the new species are originating from already existed one. So with the help of the process is called as a natural selection techniques. So through the process of the natural selection, the new species are originating. Okay, the new species are originating. So this is explained by the Darwin. This is explained by the Darwin here. So how can, so we are explaining into the Darwin's theory means there are some aspects or some concept they are supporting to explaining into the Darwin theory. So what are those concepts means? First one is overproduction. Overproduction. So what is mean by the overproduction? What is this factor means? Any organism you are taking means they are trying to produce the more number their population. Any organism you are taking, they are trying to produce the more number their population. For example, paramecians, salamanders, or the sea. So whatever it may be, we are taking means salamanders, starfishes, paramecium. So like these individuals they are producing their seasonally the more the number of the eggs they are producing. For example, salmons you are taking they are producing seasonally they are producing the 28 millions of the eggs they are producing into the one season. So starfishes we are taking 1 million of the eggs they are producing into each seasonal breed we are taking. Paramecium we are taking they are producing into the new generation by the binary fission. Binary division we are taking. Binary division. So generally the parameciums we are taking they are divided the 3 to 4 times per a day. One paramecium can able to divide, binary divisions are conducted 3 to 4 times per a day. So like this way they are producing into their number, they are rising into their number means in the earth surface 10,000 times more than the earth. Their population only covered by the earth surface. But now we are taking means so not only there into the paramecium within the range only there. Even those starfishes and the salmons also we are taking means all the whatever the eggs they are laid in these individuals. After the 9,000 to so 10,000 generations, the entire earth surface or the total sea is filling by these two individuals only. But it is not happening. That means all the organisms they are trying to produce the more in the number, but their number is controlled by the nature only. Okay, so this is the first overproductivity. Overproduction, all the organisms they are trying to produce the more than number. The second factor to supporting into the Darwinism is constant population. Okay. The second one is the constancy into the production or the population value. So what is the constant population? Constancy means whatever the individuals they are produces, all they are not reaching into their reproductive age we are taking. For example, we are taking into the salmons, all the eggs they are laid. Suppose all the eggs they are laid means so even though all the eggs they are laid, whatever the eggs they are laid, so they are not reaching into the up to the reproductive age. Some of them, majority of them, only the few thousands only they are reaching into the reproductive age. Reproductive capacity they are getting. The remaining all they are going to degrade it here. They are going to die. So that means all whatever it is the different types of the species. Their population, the frequency of their population is always maintained by the constant. So how it is possible means the constancy of the population. Why it is always forming into the constancy means the geometrical progression and the arithmetic progression. There are the two progressions are there. Geometric and the arithmetic. So whether you are taking into the So organisms, whether we are taking to the organisms, they are raising their number in the geometrical way. But we have the organisms, their number we are taking the same way. The sources of the food material, sources of food materials or their needs you are taking means they are not rising into the geometrical way, they are rising into the arithmetical way. That means the increasing the number of the organism, the same quantity, their sources are not rising. So automatically what it is happened, so among them there is a competition is occurring. There is a competition is occurring. In this competition, those who are survival into the competition, those only existed on the earth surface. The remaining are going to die. They are extinct from the surface. So that only the population always into the constant it is maintained by the nature we are taking. This is the second one. Okay. The third concept, the third factor which is supporting into the Darwin theory of evolution we are taking, sir, that is struggle for existence. The struggle for the existence, what type of what it is means, competition between organism, it is occurs. So how these combinations means, they are the three forms, 1, 2, 3 we are taking means, they are the intra-specific competition, inter-specific competition, competition or struggle with environment. So these are the three factors. So they are influencing into the existence of the organism. We are taking. What are those? Intra-specific competition. So what is mean by the intra-specific competition means within the species, the same species or the same types of the individual within the species, the members of the within the same species, there is a certain competition will be there to getting the food and to mate with their partners we are taking. So because of this competition, some of the individuals only they are able to survive and they are able to getting into the food material. The remaining are they are going to die. So automatically the frequency of the population is always maintained into the constancy here. So all whatever it is they are developed, so they are not going to complete into their life cycle. So because of the less availability of the food material, because of the competition, intra-specific competition, the same species competition, some of them only they are able to succeed here. So not only that competition, even though between into the two species in a particular habitat or in a particular environment, so they are struggle for the food materials and their basic needs we are taking means. So we are taking, for example, one crop field we are taking, sir, there the cattle and the goats and the sheep are present. So they are competing with each other into the to grazing in the food material. In that, which one is becomes into the stronger, so those organisms only they are able to survive for the longer duration. Those who are into the weak, they are not getting into those basic needs like that is the food, shelter, everything, and they are going to extinct here. So it is also one of the competition between into the organisms we are taking. And the struggle with the environment. Suppose there is a natural calamities occurs in the organisms, in the environment. So that time those who are withstand after these natural calamities like that is cyclones, earthquake, whatever it may be, those organisms are able to continues into their population. the remaining organisms they are going to distinct here. So like this, the nature it is selecting, selecting the sum of the individuals, those only able to survive, and the remaining is going to extinct here. This is called as a struggle for existence. This is also one of the concept it supports into the Darwinism here. Next one is the variations. Universal of variation. Fourth one, universal of variation. What is meant by the universal of variation means any two organisms. So even though you are taking into the two offsprings of the same family, they are not showing into the similarities. At least they are showing the some variations. So like that in the throughout the universe, total universe, the organisms you are taking, any two organisms you are taking, they are compulsory showing into the certain changes into their features we are taking. Means the variations they are forming. So some of they are showing into the better variation, some of they are showing into the lowest variation they are showing. So these variations, whatever it is the variations are forming, these variations according to their surrounding factors influence only. So these are also the variations also deciding into the development of the organism. The next another factor is the natural selection. So this is very important factor. Based on this factor only, the Darwin theory is explained. That is the natural selection theory. Natural selection theory. So what is meant by the natural selection means whatever the number of organisms they are producing, number of organisms they are generating. So in this number of organisms, those who are survival, so those who are able to fit, generally those who are able to fit, so fittest for changes of environment. That means fittest for the changes of environment, those only able to survive, the remaining are going to distinct. They are not continuous into their population. In this one again it is explained by another scientist. It is called as a survival fitness. Okay, it is called as a survival fitness. The Spencer is explaining that. So this concept only. So what is that? Survival fit. So the survival fitness, those organisms are able to fit for the environment, the changed environmental condition. Those are continuous into their population. So because the nature itself is selecting into those organisms, the remaining organisms, those are not selected by the nature, they are going to extinct here. This is also one of the factor which explains, which supports into the Darwinism we are taking. And finally, one more factor, reproductive isolation. Reproductive isolation. So in this concept we are taking, the organisms are separated from the original population. Suppose in one area a certain organisms are separated from the original population. So this is the population. So from these two, certain organisms are separated. They are able to mate with among them the population, but they are mating for the number of generations. They are isolated from the population to mate with the reproductive. Reproductive isolation is occurs because of any barrier, any varying condition. That time these individuals are developing as a new species here. These are developing as a new species. So this is called as a reproductive isolation. Because of the reproductive separation, reproductive isolation, a new species is is going to generate for the number of after the number of generation. All these factors are supporting into the Darwinism here. We are to explain into this Darwinism regarding to the natural selection theory. There is a one experimental proof also we are explaining into the in this theory, that is industrial melanism. Industrial melanism. So in the region of the Birmingham we are taking means there the grey color and the black color. Grey color and black colored moths are presented here. Okay. So these moths we are taking means the grey color moths are the actually into the original forms, normal. So before into the industrialization, so this Birmingham regions, the rurals of the Birmingham regions we are taking means they are having into the grey colored moths we are taking means. Later after the industrial melanism, their number is going to reduce and the black colored moths are appears into those surroundings we are taking. Why it is happened means, so whenever the industrialization, industrial pollutants are rising into that particular area, automatically, so before that the grey colored moths are, whenever they are into the plant surfaces, they are escaping from their predators like the birds because of their body color and the plant bark color into the same. They are not able to distinguish by their predators. So that only they are protected by the nature. But after the industrial melanism, so what after industrialization, what it is happened means the grey color moths are easily observed, easily separated by their surroundings, because their surroundings are completely filled by the smoke or the coal we are taking, black color. So the surroundings are becomes into the black color. So that is the grey color is easily differentiate from their surroundings we are. So automatically their predators are predating into this grey color moths. So their number is going to reduce. So they are according to their surrounding changes, environmental changes, the grey colored moths are becomes changes as their pigments are changes as black colored forms. So their number is going to rising into after the industrialization. So this is one of the important example for the natural selection theory. The nature is selected into the black colored moths. Those who are not selected by the nature, grey colored moths, their number is going to reducing and the black color moths are going to rising here. This is one of the example for the Darwin theory. The another theory of the natural evolution we are taking. Next one. But here the Darwin theory is also not explained by all the aspects, all the concepts of the evolution. Just how the evolution is occurring, that one only, they are explained. But how it is started, that is not explained by the Darwin's theory. This is the one of the major objection of the Darwinism, or the Darwin theory we are taking, or how these changes are rising. So in the organism, they are not explained by the Darwin's theory. Okay. So further, for explaining into these theories, these concepts, the next one is the mutation theory. So mutation theory is explaining into how the changes are occurs into the environment. Hugo de Vries is explaining that mutation. These mutations are nothing but as a sudden change in organism characters. A sudden changes are occurs into the organism characters, because the changes are occurs. A mutation is occurs into their genetic material. Genetic material. So we are taking their genetic material. So because of these changes into the genetic material, the changes are inherited for the number of years we are. So these are generally called. So this mutation theory is Hugo de Vries proposes that. So in the nature, whenever the environmental changes are occurs, these changes are causing the mutation. A sudden changes are occurs into the organism. So because of those changes, whether these changes are into the useful mutations or the harmful mutation, those who are getting into the useful mutations, they are going to survival. Those organisms are going to survival. Those who are not getting into the useful mutation, harmful mutation, they are going to extinct here. So to explain that, Hugo de Vries is explain the mutation theory. Not only the Hugo de Vries, even though we are taking into the scientists melanoclusters, the experiments on the melanocluster we are taking means. Okay, so fruit fly experiment we are taking means. There also the changes, that is the changes whatever it may be there, the useful changes into the melanocluster. Okay, so those are inherited into the next generations. Vaccines we are taking means. Okay, and those who are inherited into the next generation, those who are not into the useful changes, they are extinct from the evolution, they are extinct from the species here. So this is explained by the mutation theory, but it is also having into the some of the limitations. So that the another theory is explaining to the evolution, that is called as a Neo-Darwin theory or modern synthetic theory. Next one we are taking means Neo-Darwin theory, or it is also called as a modern synthetic theory. So what is the Neo-Darwin theory or the modern synthetic theory means? Generally we are taking means. Here the Neo-Darwin theory and the modern synthetic theory, the postulates of in this theory basically depends on the Mendelian inheritance, Mendel laws. So they are considered into the Mendel laws, and D varies. So mutations and natural selection. So these three concepts, understanding of these three concepts in this theory was explained that here. So how it is Mendelian laws or the Mendelian postulates we are taking. So inheritance is occurs through the allelic changes, through the alleles only one generation to the next generation, the characters are inherited. That is explained the Mendel laws. And the Hugo de Vries, what it is explaining here, the mutation, a sudden changes are occurs into the organism. So those mutations are leads to the changes into the genetical makeup. Genetical changes are occurring. And what it is the natural selection, those organisms are, they are fit for the environment. Those are adapted for the environment. Those only fit into the nature, the remaining is going to extinct here. So overall the Neo-Darwin theory or the modern synthetic theory, what it is explaining means, the organisms whatever they are fit, so in the environment, those are surviving or those are continuous their population, the remaining is going to extinct here. So to explain that, one is the factors, the different factors they are studied into the modern synthetic theory. One is the genetical gene mutation. Second one is the chromosomal mutation. Gene recombination, is a reproductive isolation. So these four factors are explaining in the neo-Darwin theory. What are these four factors? Mean first one is the gene mutation. Whenever the sudden changes of the environment, mutations are occurs. Genetical mutation, gene mutations are occurs. The gene mutations are, these are also called as the Darwin is explained the sports of the nature. Mutations are nothing but as the sports of the nature. So these suddenly when the genes are mutated, the useful changes into the genetic material, these are inherited for the next generation. They are going into the next generation. According to the Mendel laws, we are taking, suppose the suddenly one species, the mutation, the genes are going to the mutated. What it is happened? Those changes are inherited for the next generations. We are taking means like this. The genes, whenever they are going to mutated, the new characters are inherited for their next generation. Not only the genes, even though chromosomal mutation, the chromosomes also, the changes into the chromosomal material. That means the chromosomal number we are taking means chromosomal number we are. Either the adding of the chromosomal number or the deleting of the chromosomal number, a certain changes are occurs into the species. These new characters are inherited for the next generation. Okay. So like this, whatever it is, genetical variations are occurs, either the gene mutation or the chromosomal mutation. Whether these are into the positive mutations, those individuals are survival for the next generation. The next generation onwards, those organisms are continuous into their life. Whether those mutations are the harmful mutations, they are eliminated from their population. We are taking means. Next one is a gene recombination. Suppose the genetic recombination, the two types of the genetic materials recombining and forming into the new characters are forming. So like this, a number of recombination of the number of generations in these new characters, accumulation of these new characters into the number of generations. So after a few generations, the character individuals are separating from their native original population we are taking. Okay. So gradually, accumulation of the new characters into the each generation. After a few generations from that population, a new specific characters are developing into the organisms we are taking means. So this is also leads into the formation of the new species we are taking. Speciation is possible here. And the fourth one we are taking means reproductive isolation. Suppose the organisms are separated, reproductively separated, reproductively isolated. That means these organisms are able to mate randomly with the population, original population, but by the chance these are separated from this particular population. They are isolated from that particular population, the reproductive condition. So that time, after the number of generation, these individuals are going to developing as a new species here. So like this, what it is explaining that the new species are forming according to the Darwin theory. The origin of the new species or the new species are arising from the already existed one by this gene mutation, chromosomal mutation, gene recombination and the reproductive isolation. All these four together, they are forming the survival fitness. The survival fitness is forming in the individual. Those who are fitting into the nature, those only they are going to continue into their population. The remaining is going to extinct here. So all these are the theories of evolution we are taking.